This is history. I just want to also acknowledge all the presence of all the principals of colleges and educations in our midst. We also have
and improved the no-fee stress application portal to make it easier for students to apply for finance GH. For the 2025-2026 academic year, the following innovative student finance
Chairperson of the Student Loan Trust, Chief Director of the Ministry of Education and the team from the Ministry of Education, Director General GTEC, Director General NACA, Director General NASIA, Administrator of the GET Fund, and the Director General of the Ghana Service, Chief Executive of the National Youth Authority, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My honor and pride this afternoon to be introducing our keynote and special guest of honor for the launch of the Persons with Disability No Fee Stress. Mr. President, this afternoon, my English is further enriched when one of the young girls here, in her own words, said, when Ghana chose you as president, they chose inclusion. Apt and appropriate for this day. And Mr. President, as you listen to them, they echoed what has been your long passion, that inclusivity and equality is equal to equity. And that today, President John Dramani Mahama is not only fulfilling a major campaign promise, but demonstrating to Ghanaians once again that he is the compassionate president of the Republic of Ghana and committed to touching the lives of vulnerable persons and to ensure their inclusivity and to give meaning to the phrase that disability is not inability. The President, we want to thank you. The President, I am compelled to thank Deputy Minister Clement Apak and our brilliant Speaker, Joseph Achuhumaji. They were the co-chair of the committee which mapped out. President, you are here to launch today. So the rural Fumbisi MP of Clement Apak, we remain grateful, and to Hamadi for the leadership that you have provided. Mr. President, the GET Fund administrator and the team at GET Fund have been particularly supportive. And to the persons with disability, I'm happy to announce, before you hear the presidential packages, that this no-fee stress will cost the state and the GET fund some 31 million. President Mahama asked me to assure you that so long as he's president, from now until 2028, the GET fund will commit 50 million every other year to support the low disability and other associated interventions. Then, Mr. President, the Director General of GES is here. You have emphasized that we should shift focus to basic education and to improve learning outcomes at the basic level. Mr. President, the story is told of a young girl whose teacher somewhere in the Ashanti region went in and was waxing English, teaching at that early stages of development. Then the child told the teacher that so, Mr. President, in line with that and with the authority, I'm directing the Director General of the Ghana Education Service and the GES that from today, teacher use of mother tongue instruction is now compulsory in all. The GES is to ensure strict enforcement of this. That child, that Ghanaian child, was not born into an English family, but a proud Asante Akan family, and deserves to learn. This is part of President Mahama's research agenda. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we are discussing higher education, and for President Mahama, he wants to expand access to quality, relevant education. Let me acknowledge Kofi Asare, one of those who draw our attention every time to some of the crookedness of the policies we may be pursuing. I'm also happy to announce that President Mahama a few weeks ago was in China. And in China, the Chinese government was benevolent and generous enough to give Ghana some 200 million of the Chinese RMB. And then when they looked at Mr. President's face and to honor his birthday, they added another 200 million, which I'm told to 30 million US dollars. The President is aware of my briefing that in some parts of Ghana, access to quality secondary education is still a challenge, and access to higher education is still a challenge. The President recognizes the role and the continuous role of the Church in partnering the state in the provision of higher education. Accordingly, President Mahama is dedicating the 200 million for the start and establishment of a Catholic Science University in Damango in the Savannah region. So that at least that will be done. An additional new university, Mr. President, will be established, 3 technical universities, one in Jasikan, one in Techima. The Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission was in the Ahafo region. Mr. President, we may have to delay the takeoff of the School of Engineering at Bunsu in the Eastern region for good reason, so that as a result of that exchange, when we complete the physical infrastructure, we will get the School of Engineering and Agric Sciences functional. But Mr. President, it is the thinking of government, and you requested me to put a committee chaired by Dr. Christine Amakunwama to work to expand access to higher education and to give you a blueprint on doing this. In line with that, Mr. President, Akyerɛsua in the Ahafo region and Kenyasi in the Ahafo region will enjoy new satellite campuses as part of the Bonsu University, with the intention of making them have their own universities in the foreseeable future. Your President, so today is not for long speeches. I've been asked to come and introduce